Now, before you say anything, I've been wanting this for 2 years, so I think I've earned the time to finally get it. Hey, it's Kimberlee and welcome back to my channel. I make videos on all things lifestyle on a budget. I want to come on here and do a video to show you everything you need to know before getting a walking pad. And as you guessed it, it's pretty obvious right now and the grin on my face, I am using a walking pad. I've had this walking pad for 2 days. I'm super excited. Day 2, here we go. And I was like, you know, why don't I actually try filming while on it and talk about the things that I noticed so far, because there are a couple things that stand out right away, and I think it's going to help you when you're deciding if this is something that you want, something that you need, but then making sure that you get the right one. So, as I have never filmed a video before where I am actively walking, let's see how this actually does. And you're gonna see me wobbling back and forth. I'm just gonna tell you right now that happens to me when I'm actually on the regular treadmill, so bear with me. If you wobble on there after a while, you're gonna be doing that as well on the walking pad. So, let me catch my breath here. I shouldn't step on this for the first time with my socks on, but I'm just gonna do it. Oh my gosh. Okay, 6 is fast. Do I not know how to walk? Okay, 6 is kind of fast. All right, no, it's not. I just had to adjust. This is going up to 2, which I should not have done. Oh, wow, we are walking. Holy smokes. The very first time you step on that walking pad, it is a bit of an adjustment. So, you know, be cautious. Now I'm currently walking at a 2, and I'll get into the first thing that I want to mention that you really need to be careful about. If you are of short or average height, like me, I'm 5'4.5", this is great for you. Majority of the time that you're going to get these walking pads, it's going to be great for your stride. So my stride, I've noticed as I'm walking here, fits the length of this walking pad so far. So the length of this is, I believe, 43 inches or so, but you obviously want to take down a certain amount of inches because of the little display. It's not too long. So when you're searching for the walking pad, please look for the dimensions. They're not always that obvious, and you really want to make sure that if you are on the taller end, I'm just saying, if you're in the 5'7" range, I think you're gonna need something that's longer than 43 inches. Comment down below if you already have a walking pad and you have a length that works for you. Let the tall people know. Now for the 19 inches in width, I feel like I'm walking very comfortably. I'm not forcing my legs together or feeling like I need to walk with my legs open, but 19 is pretty good for me. For some people that might be built a little bit more different, you want to take that into account as well. I think when I was searching around for my walking pad, I did make sure that it was a little bit bigger than normal, just out of curiosity. I really didn't want to be stuck with one that I wasn't going to be able to use comfortably. And again, I feel like this one specifically fits exactly. So the one that I have is from the brand Servfit. I got it on the TikTok shop. I really wanted it, and they had the best deal. This is also available on Amazon, but the price is a little bit higher. I'll obviously link down both. Choose your own adventure if you feel like this one may be right for you. But I'm gonna go into the things that I love so far about it. Starting right here with this little remote. I have this remote that comes with a battery. It has a stop and start right at the front. Then it has plus and minus for if you want to increase your speed or decrease by 2. And then it has a kind of what I call like a fast track, a number 2 and a number 4. So at the 2, this is the pace that I'm walking right now, which is pretty average. Whenever you turn on this walking pad, it starts at a 0.6, which is the lowest. So it goes from 0.6 up to 4. Now I'm gonna take it up to a 4 and I'm gonna show you what it looks like. It's kind of like a light jog. So I just push the button and I've got a display as well, which you'll see. And now this is gonna take me up to a 4 and I'm gonna wobble because I'm looking down and looking up. So this is me running at a 4. I consider this a nice jog, which is perfect. And this is why I wanted one that had the ability to get up to a 4. Let's be honest, I can't keep talking like this. So I'm gonna take it back down to a 2. And again, I'm leaving in all the wobbles back and forth because I want to bring you into my next point, is that this one does not have one of the bars. It doesn't have also one of those red safety clips that maybe people would have. And at this moment, that's kind of another thing I thought of right away. As I was adjusting, I was like, I kind of think I should have gotten one with the bar. It was a little bit more expensive, but there's some safety attached to it. It would have been nice to have a little bar because, for example, I shouldn't do that, but when I have my phone, cool, I can hold it, but I was like, you know, it kind of would have been nice to have a place to display it. So if you want to save a couple bucks like I didn't get one with a little handlebar, but I could see why it would be really convenient if you truly wanted to be hands-free. I'm actually planning to eventually use some weights with this because now that I have this, it's going to be really convenient to try to do some exercises while I'm on here. really looking forward to that. That's another thing to take into account, how the accessories differ between the different walking pads. Now, another major plus to this Servfit was that it had 5% incline, and that is why I ended up getting it. What I love about this is that I was kind of worried, what's the incline gonna be like? Is it gonna be sturdy? It's super sturdy. You just pop out these two orange lifts on the side of the treadmill, and then you're in place. Yesterday, I did my workouts on the incline and I did feel a difference. I felt like I was actually a little bit further back on the treadmill because I was having to have more effort to move forward. I do think it's worth it to get a walking pad that has some sort of other feature, unless you do want the bare bones of just walking flat. But I like the idea that I could get back into the incline and I can also walk and run on it. But I'll tell you right now, it is easier as I'm on the flat one now. It is much easier to walk and talk and to balance more than I was trying to balance the other day when I was up on the incline. The next thing I want to mention is that it is so light. I couldn't believe it. When this got delivered and I had to lug it into my apartment, I was worried if I was going to be able to carry it, but I was willing to because I knew like once it's in my apartment, I'm just going to, toss it under the couch or whatever. It's so light, easy to move back and forth, but yet it's sturdy. And one of the features it has on its side are these like orange, kind of like a shock resistant or something like that. This specific walking pad, the Servfit, has a lot of layers in the belt, like it says, and it's easy to wheel. Pretty much all of my apartment is a wood floor, so that is why it is easy. But let me tell you about a major challenge that you do have to think logically about before getting the walking pad, and that is where you're going to plug it in. So the cord, as per usual, is short-ish, I would say. It's about a little bit longer than the length of this walking pad. So you have to think strategically about where you're gonna plug this in. I actually wanted to be closer to the window and I don't have many 3-prong outlets over there. So I'm gonna have to get a little creative. So for now, I'm on this side where I have 2 options of where I could put this in. So the other thing that's really important is that it's a 3-prong outlet. So you cannot just plug this into one that only has 2 prongs. You need 3. And just a reminder, this has to go into the wall. This is not enough. This is too much energy to be going into a extension cord. So don't do that. All right, that's actually not so bad. I'm impressed with myself. I mean, I could kick it up, but let me pace myself. Let's talk about sound. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it because this is a pretty good mic that kind of isolates my voice, but the sound, it's a low hum. It is so unbelievably more quiet than I thought it was going to be, and I equally love that. When I am heading into a little bit of a jog, you do hear my feet slapping against the walking pad, but it is what it is. It doesn't sound unbearable. Maybe take a look at these specs, take this decibel level and compare to the other ones. Very easy to put together. Kind of one of those out of the box and go. I didn't have to install anything. Now moving to the display, what it's gonna tell you, and I'm gonna look down so that I get it right. You're gonna have the distance, you're gonna have time, you're gonna have calories and speed. So right now I'm at 14:46, so I've been yapping away for 14 minutes. Whenever you pause, it's gonna take your speed down and then pause you. So you're not gonna get any sort of fast stop or anything like that. It's just like the regular treadmills, although I do feel like it's a little bit longer to stop than your average treadmill that you have at the gym. It slows itself down and it does tell you what speed you're at as it's slowing down and then it pauses. So here's how I'm actually feeling as I get a workout in. I absolutely love this thing. I know it's only 2 days, but it is bringing me as much joy as I thought it was going to bring me 2 years ago when I first saw the original walking pad, or the original walking pad at the time, the one that could fold and go under your bed or whatever. This is not that one. This is a completely different one. They are worth the hype, I think, as long as you get the right one. I do think it's worth it to do an extensive amount of research before you purchase one. I don't think you need to go extremely high and expensive, like some of them are $300. I don't think you need all that because then you just get a treadmill. But I also don't think you should cut it too cheap because you do want something that's gonna be good quality and that's gonna last. So I think the lowest that I've seen that I feel like I would have been comfortable getting would be in the $80 range. And then I just missed that sale and got one that was just over $100. So I spent $107, I believe. And I think it's worth it so far, again, in the 2 days that I've had it. This was my way of kind of cutting the gym expense out and just being able to do something at home at my own leisure that I'm actually gonna do. There's no reason I can't just walk for 30 minutes a day or more, or do a light jog while I'm watching TV. They could not have made it easier for me because this is super small, super compact, It's quiet, it's easy to use, you just plug it in and you go. Having the ability to go into a jog takes it up a notch. But the next thing that I plan on doing is getting those weights in and seeing where I could take this workout to just increase it a little bit more. So I am super happy. I will absolutely come back on and let y'all know the real deal if anything goes south, if it plugs in and doesn't work the next day. So keep a look at the comments for sure. But I just wanted to bring this video to show people right away the things that you need to know before getting it. I hope this video was helpful. Comment down below if you have any questions or anything like that. Let me know if you need any help on the journey or recommendations. If you don't have TikTok shop, no worries. Hop on Amazon. If there are any other details that you're curious about, I can absolutely let you know. And of course, I can come back with an update, but I wanted to bring this one as soon as I got it. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.